Jim Shea spent much of his social work career developing and delivering services for youth who have engaged in sexually abusive behaviors and for those affected. So sorry. For those affected by them. He was the founding director of the Peel Collaborative Child and Adolescent Sexual Abuse Treatment Program, where he worked until his death in the summer of 2005. And this award is given to someone from the field who has made a significant contribution to the development and provision of services to youth who have engaged in sexually abusive behavior. Recipients are those, like Jim, who have contributed to our development and collaboration as a service community, who have encouraged and supported workers, especially those just entering into this field of practice, and who have engaged in practice that is respectful, collaborative, and effective. With that, it is with great pleasure I announce that Kevin McNamee is the 2020 award recipient. I will now invite Gayla Mintz to read the nomination.
Hi, this is very exciting to nominate Kevin. So I'm going to share the nomination letter that I wrote on his behalf. And I feel it doesn't do justice to fully capture Kevin, but I'm sure this entire process is embarrassing enough for you because I know Kevin does not love accolades, which I will speak to more in my letter. So it is an honor to nominate Kevin McNamee for the Jim Shea Award. Kevin has devoted much of his career to the improvement of the lives of youth who sexually offend by working collaboratively with team members and agency partners, by mentoring new clinicians in the field, and by having been chair of the Continuum Committee and leading the conference planning committee for several years. Kevin is truly a kind, honest, and thoughtful person and professional. He does not like to be honored or recognized. And I remember him sharing with me that he became involved in youth mental health because of his desire to work and help young people. He never cared for the accolades. Kevin has held many positions, from working in residential services, homeless youth shelters, to working for the City of Toronto and working in the developmental services field. Since 2017, Kevin has been a supervisor at Lumenus Services, previously Griffin Center, and has supervised clinicians in the Partners in Autism program and the SORNAT program. The SORNAT program was developed to provide assessment and treatment to youth who sexually offend who also have intellectual disabilities. In this program, Kevin not only demonstrated his leadership skills by being a kind and sympathetic supervisor, but he also encouraged his staff into leadership roles and kept the focus of the work on meeting the diverse needs of the youth. I know Kevin best from our years on the Continuum Committee. Kevin and I sat side beside one another in the Novotel for many years and were inspired by the various professional specialists and their knowledge. Although Kevin is a quiet leader, he was able to make his ideas known, and it is truly thanks to Kevin that the Continuum has continued to exist to this day. Kevin took on the role of chair of the planning committee when other organizations were going through significant restructuring. Kevin always kept meaningful partnerships in the Continuum, such as with the Toronto District School Board, Children's Aid Society, Probation Services, and various children's mental health agencies. Kevin was a talented team player and was inclusive to all, and continued to move forward with the vision of the conference. He consistently brings new ideas and stayed in touch with the needs of clinicians. I am very proud to have learned from Kevin, to have been able to refer young people and professionals to the services he supervises, and I am thankful for the colleague I have learned to respect and the friendship we built through our collaborative efforts. I'm very happy to congratulate Kevin on receiving the Jim Shea Award, as I believe he made a significant contribution to supporting youth who sexually offend with intellectual disabilities. Congratulations, Kevin.
Yay. Kevin, we invite you to say a few words.
Thank you, Gayla, for your very kind words. Although I did not know Jim Shea personally, I am aware of his legacy and what he meant to the people who worked with him. So for me to be considered for this award is an absolute honor and privilege. To start off, I will say that I was initially reluctant to accept the award, as I don't consider my contributions to the field to be any more valuable than most others. I do supervise an amazing group of clinicians on the SORNAT team at Lumenus, who likely deserve more credit for their terrific clinical work they do than me. But when it was explained to me that it was being recognized for my work within the continuum, I did become more amenable to the idea. The Continuum Conference provides a valuable opportunity to gather, network, consult, and learn. As clinicians in this field, ours is a small community and our work is unique and challenging. One cannot do this work effectively in isolation. It is my firm belief that we need each other to consult with and learn from. In order for our work to be effective, we need to focus on evidence-based interventions that are backed up and informed by sound current research. The Continuum Conference provides an opportunity for just that, gathering people together, networking, and showcasing the latest research which informs our work. For those of you that are newer to the Continuum, you may not be aware of its history and form or scope. At one time, it was a much larger force within the field, with several working groups and subcommittees working on a variety of different tasks designed to develop and grow our work effectively, with the annual conference being only one small component of it. Sadly, over time, and maybe due to a variety of competing interests and shrinking operational budgets, the Continuum was reduced to its annual conference only. Even this reduced role became threatened, as evidenced by low conference turnouts for successive years. As chair of the organizing committee during this period, I can honestly say that the conference's existence became seriously in doubt, which is extremely worrying for me personally. In response to this pressure, the organizing committee felt that we should be reaching out to different agencies in an attempt to stabilize and grow. Contacts and membership in the conference organizing committee were expanded, and certain agency roles within the conference committee were expanded and also reduced according to what was deemed best for the Continuum. In a short period of time, the conference committee has now positioned itself much better by expanding the role of Radius Child and Youth Services, whose training mandate better aligns with the needs of the Continuum. I will admit that there was a lot going on behind the scenes during this period which required my advocacy, and if I played a small role in helping to navigate and marshal these changes, it is because I recognize the importance of continuing this extremely valuable resource. In conclusion, I would encourage all of us here to please let's work together to keep this community of amazing clinicians together in a sustainable way with expanded roles and growth in mind. The current organizing committee members will likely be looking to expand the role of the Continuum in different ways moving forward. So please step up when asked and consider how you and your agency can contribute to support this extremely worthwhile cause. We are stronger together, but everyone needs to be involved. In conclusion then, thank you to the organizing committee for everything you do. Thank you for putting this amazing conference together in such challenging times. Thank you for nominating me for this award. And thank you to all the people who have supported my career growth over the years in so many ways. I would not be in this position without you. So thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Kevin, and congratulations. We will now take our